never thought I'd be here again, standing at the virtual ropes, about to suplex my dignity into a microtransaction-filled abyss. But here I am. WWE 2K25 is staring me in the face. It's been 17 years since I last played a wrestling game. 17 years.
I said, damn, bitch.
That's enough time for an entire human being to be born, grow up, and have their own complicated history with WWE. Back in high school, wrestling games were our thing. My two best friends and I lived for SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. Every weekend we followed a sacred ritual. Soccer, pizza, and hours of wrestling. The pizza was essential, so was the smack talk. We racked up hundreds of hours, mashing buttons, screaming at the screen and at each other, and pulling off moves that would have sent real wrestlers straight into retirement. Then, life happened. We got older, responsibilities piled up, and somehow, wrestling games faded into the background. If you're old enough, you know exactly what I mean. You don't intend for it to happen, but somewhere along the line, it does. Until now. I had my doubts. Wrestling games today, they look different, more polished, sure, but also more corporate, more expensive. WWE 2K games have a reputation. Some are decent, some are disasters. And all of them seem to ask, hey, would you like to buy virtual sweatbands for $5? I hesitated. Could WWE 2K25 really bring back the magic? Or was I about to drop $70 on a nostalgia trap? Was I ready to return to the ring, knowing that my reflexes had dulled, my skills had rusted, and my ability to trash talk at peak performance had been severely weakened by adulthood? Screw it. I fired it up. The intro video played, dramatic music swelled, Roman Reigns' face materialized on my TV, and for a moment, I was 16 again, sitting on a worn-out couch, controller in hand, ready to RKO whatever fool decided to join me in the ring. First impressions, it actually looked great. The character models weren't terrifying monstrosities anymore. The animations were smooth. The entrances, beautiful. The game clearly looks really nice on the outside and stylish as well. I decided, what better way to get back into it than just play a regular match. One-on-one, mano-a-mano. I started a match between myself, Batista, and Randy Orton. A match that would surely make headlines back in the day. To my and no one else's surprise, I got beat down into the earth like there was no tomorrow. I had lost. Hard. Things had changed. The controls were deeper, more technical. Reversals had surprisingly tight timing. The AI had been drinking its protein shakes and came to win. I got destroyed. Over and over. I took my losses like a professional, loudly, bitterly, and with much internal screaming, but I kept going. And with every match, I got better. I had learned the ropes, literally. I had started landing reversals. I started winning. Wasn't all bad though. The game played better than I thought it would. The physics was solid. The roster was absolutely stacked. And despite the ever-looming presence of buy now buttons, I was having fun. Real fun. Even if some of the characters on the roster cost extra. Like, seriously. After some matches, something weird happened. During a particularly intense match, something clicked. The pacing, the reversals, the last second kickouts, it all felt familiar. Too familiar. It felt like those weekends with my friends. That's when it hit me. WWE 2K25 was doing everything right, but it was missing something. It wasn't the gameplay, it wasn't the graphics, it wasn't even the microtransactions, though we could clearly do with less. It was them, my friends. The ones who made those SmackDown vs Raw nights some of the most memorably mundane times I had. The ones who screamed at the TV when someone pulled off an impossible comeback. The ones who turned a simple wrestling game into an event. Alone, I was enjoying myself, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't about pulling off finishes or crafting bizarre custom characters. It was about the shared experience, the camaraderie, the sheer joy of knowing you had someone, a friend, right next to you, ready to throw down, whether in-game or in real life, when you spammed the same move too much. I stared at the screen, and for the first time I felt sad. Not because the game wasn't fun, but because I wasn't sharing it with the people who made it special. Wrestling games had never just been about wrestling, they were about rituals, about pizza-stained controllers, about yelling when someone kept pulling off their signature move, about making dumb custom characters and forcing them into ridiculous storylines. And in that moment, I understood something deeper. Nostalgia isn't just about remembering the past, it's about wanting to feel the same feelings from the past again. But you can't go back. Not exactly. You can only carry forward what made those moments special and try to recreate them in new ways. So, that's exactly what I did. I texted them, the old crew. Wanna try the new wrestling game together? Everyone's busy. Life is like that. But maybe we'd get one more match in. Maybe we'd set up a game night, order some pizza, pick up controllers, and turn back the clock for just a little while. Nostalgia isn't just about reliving the past, it's about reconnecting with it. WWE 2K25 is a fine game, and even it knows that loads of people are playing it to reconnect with the past. Its showcase mode literally lets you relive classic matches that shaped wrestling history. But no game, no matter how polished, no matter how fun, can ever replace the joy of playing it with the right people. Thanks for watching this video. I have been wanting to make this one for quite a while. I cherish the memories I have with my friends, and so should you with yours. They're very special and unique memories that each make us our own person, and we shouldn't forget that. If you'd like to see more of my videos, please go ahead and check out this one on screen. It's a video of where I find an old video game from my childhood. It's good stuff. See ya!